Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. Good to see y'all. Today, I am out here in my greenhouse, taking care of my little meat pies right here. We got a new batch of babies in. Oh, calm down. We got a new batch of little ones in. They're growing pretty fast too. Look at them, look at how big they're getting. So we've only had them since, it ain't even been a week. It ain't been a week. And they came in as some little old bitty somethings, and it hadn't even been a week. And look at how fast they're growing. Come on, little fella. Look at them. Just look at this little fella. These are all males, by the way. I got turkeys behind me. I got turkeys looking at me through the window down there. I'm escaping. And I'm just out here giving them some water. And I keep my little apple cider vinegar squeeze out here to keep water in, apple cider vinegar to put in their little waterers. Now, may I have this one? Thank you. There you go. Now, they could eat. You all, I'm telling you, we have had some pretty bad weather over the last few days. I saw the severe weather in Texas and then in Mississippi and Alabama. And then today we had some storms come through here, severe weather come through here, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the last couple of days, right? And I don't know if you all follow Ryan Hall. Y'all, I love that channel. Ryan Hall, y'all, and Mark from Weatherman Plus, they have done a great job with kind of keeping us updated as to what's going on with the weather. Which brings me to my point. You all, I think for us, I don't know, this whole thing about the average last frost date, and it isn't average, right? It's not exact. It's an average last frost date. But you all, I think I'm throwing that out the window for a while. I don't know if y'all remember, but last year when I started all of my little seedlings and I had them out in the greenhouse and some I planted in the garden even. And then we had that last minute after the frost date. I think it could have been like 2 weeks or maybe 2 or 3 weeks after the average last frost date. We had that freeze come through and it killed everything. And we had to start over. And some things we had to even buy from the market, from the nurseries and whatnot, in order to be able to get some cabbages and stuff planted. It's just a lot of stuff we lost, right? So this season, I decided I'm going to wait. We have not been long had our average last frost date. It's been about a week and a half ago. And approaching 2 weeks actually. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I haven't planted anything outside. But Mrs. H, is almost April. I know. But I refuse to put anything in the ground. And I'm here to tell you, we're supposed to have temperatures in the 30s. Here again, within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, which is going to be about a month after our average last frost date, if I'm not mistaken. A month after our average last frost date. If I would have had anything in the ground, tomatoes, all of that, it would have killed them all. Now look, I'll tell you this though. I do have my onions planted. I have my carrots planted, but they'll be okay. I'm not really worried about them. They can handle a few days, you know, of cold temperatures. They got it, right? I'm not worried about them. And if I'm really concerned, I got some row covers I can put over, kind of heavy. I can double up if I need to, if the temperatures are going to be in the 30s for any longer than a day or two. then I have that option. But the thing is, it's not going to be like that. I don't know if we're going to have temperatures in the 30s for like 2 days or just that one morning. I don't know. But that's some cold temperatures to have in April. Yeah. In April. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. I need to get y'all some more feed, but I'm sitting on y'all's feed bucket. But anyway, you all, I think I'm going to throw that average last frost date out the window. And I'm just going to keep my ear to the ground. Yeah. So I'm just going to have to start playing it by ear. I'll keep the average last frost date in mind, but I'm not going by that. I can't. I would lose everything. This would have been the second year in a row if I would have put my crops out, right? No. In fact, what we had to do was we had to invest in a grow light. And it was expensive to me. Okay, to me, it was expensive. It was like $150. Woo! I sat there for the longest, like, am I gonna really do this? And actually, I didn't do it right away. It took me several weeks. And Mr. H was like, please order the lights, you know. So I went ahead and ordered the lights. And it was a 10-pack. And so far, I'm not disappointed. I have them in my laundry room. And that means I had to take out my laundry detergent and all of that. I had to move all that stuff out of the way and put a shelf there and put the lights on. So that's what I ended up having to do. But I think it's working out pretty good. And if you're interested in those lights, I will post a link to the lights down in the comment section below. And the shelf I have is just a heart wire shelf that we picked up from Walmart. Okay? So, yeah, it's just a shelf that we picked up from Walmart. A heart shelf with the wire racks for the bases. So that way it's easy to kind of hang the lights from the shelving itself. And it's working out pretty good. It's working out pretty good. In fact, it came as a 10-pack of lights and I only needed 8. And so I still have 2 in the box that I haven't even taken out of the box. So it's working out pretty good. The cabbages are big enough now where they can go outside. But I'm not putting them out there yet. It's going to be probably another week or so because I'm kind of worried about these 30-degree temps. So I don't know. We'll see. But in any case, you all, I think I'm throwing that out the window for right now. I really am. I don't want to have to buy crops if I don't have to. You know, the goal is to grow our groceries. And whether that's with my starts or somebody else's, the goal is for me to do it. So I want them to be my starts. But if they can't be for any reason, I'm telling you now, I don't have a problem. And don't you have a problem either with going to your local nursery, going to the big box stores, you know. And if you get like public benefits or something like that, you know, you can use that to buy your starts because that's considered food, right? Go get it. So whether I'm starting them or somebody else is starting them, I'm going to grow it though. That's the goal, is to grow your groceries. All right. So I have my greenhouse is out here now. I love this greenhouse, y'all. Although this greenhouse has been multifunctional. I had my goats in here when she had her babies. I had the heat lamp up here, up a little higher, with lots of hay on the ground. And had them barricaded so they couldn't get to have access to the full greenhouse. But they spent quite a few weeks in here. I think I want to say about 3 weeks they spent in here, you know, to keep the babies warm because it was extremely cold. You know, she kidded in January. So we had to keep them in here. And now I got my little meat pies in here. They're in here. And so I'm keeping them warm because, hey, I could put them in the nursery, but I got this space right here. So I'm going to use this for now. Everybody else is going in the nursery. The next batch of meat birds is going in the nursery. But for now, I'm using the greenhouse for this. And y'all, I saw that greenhouse that Wild Pine 3 Homestead is building. And I was like, wow! They are building a cattle panel greenhouse as well. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love my cattle panel greenhouse. Yes, I do want a hot tunnel. I actually want a couple of them. You know. But this right here is doing a wonderful job for what I need it for. It kept my citrus warm all winter long. The citrus was doing good. My lemons were still growing. I just harvested all of my lemons just about a week or two ago. And the tree is full of new blooms right now. Even Maxine is blooming. Maxine full of lemons right now. So I am very, very excited about this, you all. For them to be building their own greenhouse. So if need be, I could always like attach some plastic to the center of this greenhouse so that it can kind of drape down and be like a curtain. And I can put a heater in here. And I can still put my seedlings out here, and it'll keep the temperatures in just the area where I want it. It'll keep the temperatures above freezing, right? So I still have that option. But planting them in the ground, not right now. Not right now. The climate is changing, and at least I believe it is. You know, things are changing, and as they change, I have to kind of pay attention to what I see instead of what was, okay, or what was the norm. So yeah, for me, the average last frost date for right now is just out the window. Yep. So y'all, keep your eyes on the weather. Keep your eyes on the weather. Don't plant your stuff out too soon because you just don't know what could be around the corner, okay? So yeah. What's wrong with y'all? Okay, so they huddling up together. I guess that means they're getting a little on the cool side. Even though it's hot in here and they're several days old, I'll plug their heat light back up so they can start to warm up. And it hasn't even been cold overnight. That storm really made it hot and humid. So it hasn't been cold overnight for the last night or so. It's been actually kind of warm. But I still turn this heat light up. And tomorrow, I'm going to end up raising this heat just a little bit more. Or maybe they're cold because they just drank that cold water, because not all of them are huddling up like this. They probably cold because they just drank that cold water, because it's hot in here. But anyway, you all, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to talk to you here in a minute about growing moringa. Yeah, growing moringa. I'm excited to talk to you about that and share with you what I am doing to grow moringa for 2022 and how I'm going to do it this time around. What I did last year was awesome, but I have something different I'm going to do. Yes, I do. So, and that's just so I can get as much moringa as I possibly can. Last year was good. Now, I just wanted to see how things were going to go. And, you know, I like to experiment with things sometimes. So, I'm learning a lot. And I've learned quite a bit. You know, it's one thing to watch someone do something, but when you do it yourself, that's something totally different, right? Yeah. So anyway, you all, that's going to do it. I just wanted to talk to y'all. What do y'all think about the average last frost date? Are y'all sticking by that, or what are y'all doing? Is it working for you in your area that you can literally, you can go by it and it's not a problem, right? Well, let me know that in the comment section below, and also share what state you're in and what zone you're in and all of that. And that will kind of help others in your area too, especially those that are new to growing. Because we're in Georgia, we're zone 8. We're zone 8. And for our area, I can't do that average last frost date. Not right now. I have to kind of play it by ear. Winds are picking up again. And I am so glad that we put this wind strapping here over this cattle panel greenhouse, because it has truly made a difference. I didn't run a beam or anything like that down the middle. We don't get snow here. If we do, it's once every great while, and it's nothing to write home about. So we don't need any supports up top, but this wind strapping has made a tremendous difference. And we picked that up from Growers Solutions. So yeah, but we're going to talk about the greenhouse in another video, y'all. But this average last frost date thing, I can't do that anymore. I really just have to watch the weather. And I try to give it time. Like, once we get to our average last frost date, then I'm still planning 2 weeks out. So I'm still starting my seeds on time. They just won't be going outside on time. And if I have to up pot tomatoes or peppers or whatever, if I have, I'm getting hot. If I have to do that, then I'll do that. I'll up pot them. I don't wanna, because there's a lot of work. You know, even with my tomatoes, the leaves, they've been planted for a while. The leaves are turning yellow a little bit. So that means they need some fertilizer on them now. So I probably won't up pot them. I'll probably just dust them with a little bit of worm castings and water that in and just see how that does, because I don't want to up pot them. I want to put them in the ground. Yeah. So, oh man, you all. And I got some great things to share with you all too. We talked about seed starting and seed starting trays and all of that. So we got some more stuff to share with y'all. We'll talk about all of that later. But anyway, y'all, that's going to do it. Please, please, please let me know what you think about that average last frost date in the comment section below. Okay? Let me know what you think. Let everybody else know what you think as well, what you're doing in your area, so we can all help one another, okay? All right, y'all, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos we upload to our channel. Thank y'all so much again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I'm going to go ahead now and get my baby birds some more feed.